What up, Facebook? Good morning to you. Good Sunday morning for me. And what I mean by that is it's Wednesday morning. The shop is closed on Wednesday. The restaurant is closed, and right now the hotel is closed because we're not allowed to take guests. So for me, it's Sunday. For y'all, it's Tuesday night. Um, just got off watching about a half hour ago, 45 minutes ago, watching Dom and G from RLA, the People's Wholesalers. They had a guy named Salon, who's a wholesaler, a big time wholesaler from out west, who I guess they based their systems on their model that they're following for the People's Wholesalers for RLA, and they've been hugely successful. So obviously, this guy who's a coach or a mentor of theirs was hugely successful too. And I've been in real estate 20 years. Yeah, I got back in more than 20 years. Jesus, time flies when you're old. 96. So I got into real estate, selling commercial real estate. Chris Farnes, let's go, champ. That's right, buddy. Never quit, never surrender, never give up. Absolutely right. I love your hustle, brother. So I've been in real estate for 20 years, 20 plus years. So it's 2020, so 24 years I've been in the real estate business. And yeah, I still watch the live webinar, whatever the hell they did, the Zoom meeting that Dom and G did with this guy Sal, because after 24 years, I can honestly say I still pick up nuggets, and Dom and G are very successful. RLA is crushing it. Yet they went ahead and brought this guy on, and we're asking him questions. What I love about those guys, they were humble enough to say, hey, we're having trouble with dispo being disposition. You buy the property, acquisition, you sell at disposition. So dispo part of their business is a little sluggish because people are afraid, right? So very cool. Thumbs up to them for having the balls, frankly, to say, we need help, or we're having some problems. What are you doing for this? And that's the key. That's the key, guys, is to be humble enough to say, I need help, and reach out and get help from somebody else who needs help. Couple of things I picked up from Sal that I really liked. PhD, stay poor, hungry, and desperate. So at one point in your life, unless you're, Donald Trump, whose dad was a slumlord in Brooklyn and gave him $60 million to buy the Penn Central Railroad, most of us have been broke. I've been broke several times in my life, several times. The latest was 6 years ago, 2014. I came 3 days from losing my house in Mandarin on the water, 3/4 of an acre, navigable water. I almost lost it back in 2014. My car got repossessed, Corvette, had a really nice Corvette, and got repossessed. I was a miserable failure in 2014. Now, as most of you know, I'm coming to you live from Thailand, where I bought a restaurant and guest house, and I'm going to improve that. I got a bunch of great ideas. I'm fixing it up, and we're going to improve it and get the numbers up. And, it's a challenge, and I like a challenge. Frankly, I was bored. I was doing lipstick on a pig, which people call wholetailing. Buy it, fix it up a little bit, maybe put 5-10 grand tops into a house, whereas your normal fix and flip is 45 grand, to fix, and some are more, 60, 90, especially with prices of labor and prices of material going up. So I became famous for my LOP, lipstick on a pig. Hey, George, Mateo, what's up? Que pasa, brother? So I bought it cheap. I fixed it up cheap, 5 grand, like I said, and sold it cheap, less than ARV. That's the key. To sell it for less than ARV, it sells quickly, and the holding times are less. You don't have to deal with general contractors. Sorry if there's any GCs watching this, but y'all suck. You're pains in the ass. You're divas. You make a little bit of money. You want to get into the business yourself. I don't blame you. Good for you. But as a flipper, we absolutely rely on two things: money, private lenders, and GCs. So dealing with GCs is one of the reasons that I went into lipstick on a pig, not wanting to have to rely on other people like GCs. So handymen can do the work for lipstick on a pig. So I did it. I cranked out a bunch of houses, made a bunch of money, but it was boring. So this is a challenge. Now, being 100% honest, like I always am, I mean, I'm going Facebook Live with no shirt on. Thank God I got pants on. I don't want to scare you all too bad, but, I just don't give a shit. And having that attitude is actually a good thing in business. If you're a cupcake and you get your feelings hurt easily, maybe, being in business for yourself isn't for you. Just go work for somebody else, get the secure paycheck. Nothing wrong with that. I did that for 13 years in the cubicle jungle. I was a IT guy, programmer, and I got a paycheck. It was a good paycheck, 6 figures, but it was a paycheck, and to each his own. Not everybody is one of the nuggets. One of the things I liked that Sal said was a Wantepreneur. That's an interesting term, a Wantepreneur as opposed to an entrepreneur. And what's the difference? What's the difference between all the people out there who come to these seminars? When I hosted RIA for the Ramada, we had 80 to 100 people show up once a month and network and get cards. And I know the desire was there. From talking to people, they want it. They want it. But what we used to say in the military that I think applies to real estate is everybody wants to be a diamond, but nobody wants to be cut. Let that sink in for a second. Everybody want to be a diamond, nobody want to get cut, right? And you gotta be cut to be a diamond. So Ron LeGrand once said, out of like 400 people in a room, maybe 10 or 12 will actually pick up the system and do it and take action. I don't know about that. Kyle Paskowitz on the Millionaire panel, I think, said 5% will actually do it and do it at a high level and do it for a living. So that other 95%, or if you believe Ron LeGrand 3%, the other 97% are what I call Wantepreneur. They want it, but they're not willing to do what it takes to get it, to do it. They, for whatever reason, and it could be a lot of reasons. I think part of it comes down to fear. Right now with COVID-19, there's a lot of fear. And that's another reason I like what Dom and G did so much with RLA, because they showed that even though things are scary right now and you can't go outside and this is shut down, fuck it, full speed ahead, man. Damn the torpedoes, that kind of attitude. It's old school, but it works. So yesterday I did a little bit of a boring video talking about numbers and showing people how to do food cost on a restaurant. So the spreadsheet that I didn't show you was my sales summary, how much sales we've made since I've taken over. About 20,000 baht, which is what, I don't know, $600, something like that. Well, here's the news. To run this place, the overhead of this particular restaurant guest house is 150,000 baht per month. About 50,000 for the landlord for rent, which is high by Thai standards, but it's a big place. 50,000 for the staff, and 50,000 for the cost of the food. And once again, that number's high, as we discovered yesterday. Her food cost is running about 41%. So my job as the new owner is to cut that number down. So you're like, okay, genius. Why did you pay 400,000 baht, 13 grand for a business that's, making 40,000 baht a month when you need 150,000 baht to break even? Either I'm fearless or I'm an idiot. And, half the people are going to believe one, half the people are going to believe the other. Maybe they're both right. But if I ran my life based on fear, I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't be in Thailand. I wouldn't be retired at 56. I wouldn't be, turning this thing around and doing, after I get done with this, I'm going down to Chiang Mai, a larger city, and opening an American barbecue place. So none of that would happen if I ever was too scared to take a chance. I'm here because I took chances in America. So once again, Wantepreneur, if you want it, but you don't want it bad enough to overcome your fear or doubt or, there's a million excuses not to succeed. I don't have the money. I don't do this. I don't have that. It's all bullshit. It's all absolute bullshit. The money's out there. The deals are out there. You just got to work to find them. Right now is a perfect example because it's hard to do deals right now, whereas 2 years ago, 3 years ago, we were buying them off the friggin' MLS. It was cherry picking, low-hanging fruit. There are deals being done. You better believe Kyle Paskowitz is doing deals. I know RLA is doing deals. Chris Varnes is doing deals. So they're just out hustling everybody else. When it got hard, they didn't say, oh, COVID-19, I can't do a deal. Sure you can. You can do anything you want to do. You just got to want it bad enough and work hard enough for it. So today is Sunday, as I said, for me. Wednesday, the shop is closed. There's no employees here. Tomorrow, they'll be back. And COVID's going on, and business is very slow. I'm, in fact, like I said, losing money every day. We're grossing about 1,200 to 2,000 baht a day, and we need to gross 5,000 baht to make that 100 a day, to make that 150,000 nut I talked about. So crazy, stupid, fearless, whatever you want to call me, but there's a method to my madness. I have found over the years that helping people is the best way to make money. And if you're broke, that sounds counterintuitive because you're like, I need to help myself. I got to pay my bills. I did that for 52 years. And remember how I said I almost lost everything in 2014, right? House was 3 days away from being foreclosed on. Lost my car, had to borrow money from my stepmom to get my car out of hock. Not a good place to be when you're 50 years old, guys. It was embarrassing. It was painful. It made me reassess everything in my life. It was a hard lesson. I learned from it. I moved on. Yeah, that's right. Can't stop, won't stop. The only thing that can stop you is you. And I guess that's my point. So what I decided to do is keep the employees on here, whereas due to COVID, Sawadi, hello. You're not only a hairdresser, you're a laundry too. You are very versatile. I'm a very lucky guy. Yeah, Chai. Yeah, wow, good smelling. So I kept the staff. And, we're running negative 1,800 baht, 30 bucks a day, 60 bucks a day. We need to make about $110 a day, and we're making less than that. But I kept the staff because these are people with families. These are people with bills. They got rent to pay. They need to get food. They need to put gas in their car. So I am blessed is a word that's used a lot in Jacksonville. I'm fortunate enough to have made enough money doing lipstick on a pig, like we talked about earlier, to be able to sustain with my money, the restaurant's bills for right now. Now, can I do that forever? No. I had 7 rentals. I'm not like my boy KP who has 1,100 doors, and could run this town on his savings. I can't do it forever, so I'm as anxious as everybody else for COVID-19 to come and go, so that we, don't have to keep sustaining this. But for right now, I'm subsidizing it, and, I hope it's over soon. I have a lot of great plans for this place. We're going to build a deck and have free music. In the summer, it's going to blow up. We're going to sell a ton of beer and chicken wings and things like that. But none of that applies right now. All we're doing is surviving. So what am I doing? I'm being fearless. I'm taking a chance. I'm taking a risk at this point in my life with my money, putting my money where my mouth is. Hey, Melissa, how are you? You're up past your bedtime. And I'm helping people. I'm helping the staff here. I didn't want to fire them. A lot of people have closed up shop here. There's empty restaurants and shuttered restaurants. There's a massage parlor right across the parking lot. They shared the landlord with me. The lady came up from Chiang Mai yesterday and is closing her shop down. because the massage shops, because of social distancing, are closed up here. And she decided that she didn't want to do it anymore. So a lot of people are shutting their doors. A lot of people are out of work. I can't save the world, but I sure as hell can keep these 4 ladies employed here who work here. They've still got a job. That's on me. And like I said, can I do it forever? No. But does anybody honestly believe that Corona is going to last forever? If nothing else, we'll learn to adapt to it, and work with it. If everybody got to wear masks or gloves, or we'll figure it out. We're smart. We're a smart race, the human race. We'll work it out. We'll find a way to keep things going. So basically, I'm surviving. I'm holding on. I'm helping people, and that is the formula for success. Be fearless and help people, and you will achieve more success in your life than you ever could have dreamed of. That's it, guys. I'm going to enjoy my Sunday, my day off. No numbers, no computer today. But I was really inspired by watching Sal with RLA. It was a great, you can go to their People's Wholesalers and watch it. Great interview. He gave some really good nuggets. PhD, Poor, Hungry, and Desperate. No matter what you achieve, don't forget how you were and how you felt when you started. And that will keep you motivated through the ups and downs. Right now we're going through the downs. But if you're tough and strong, eye of the tiger, I call it, you got the balls, you'll make it through this too. This too shall pass. George Harrison, right? Take care, guys. Love you.